Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 107. My name is Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
And welcome back to the show. Jody, how are you doing?
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome.
I've been having a socially distanced lightsaber fight with James.
Are you force pushing away?
In the snow. He force pushed me. He force choked me.
Oh.
It's actually the perfect socially distanced thing you could do.
So, a lightsaber fight.
Pushing things away and stuff like that.
I suppose so, yeah. And also,
There's no
lightsabers
contact.
they're more than 3 feet. So if you have a lightsaber fight, two of you that's 6 feet.
Unless you do the old crossing thing. Oh, you're the buck. No, you are. No, you are. One of those.
Yeah.
That's too. We didn't get that far.
No. Well, that's good. So it was good fun times. I'm on coffee today.
Fun times.
How are you?
Fun times in the snow. It was snowing here, so we're sledging.
Thankfully, it hasn't started.
No snow?
No. I mean, there's a bit of snow. I mean, it has been snowing, but it's not been like,
Right.
Stop the train snow.
Right.
Then again, I mean, we've got to be like, 10 feet of snow before it stopped the train snow.
Mm-hmm.
Although Montreal's is that we have to wait till it is 25 meters tall before we can cancel the trains.
That you're Inspector Clouseau?
No, that's my French Canadian voice. It's not very good. I apologize to all French Canadians. I'm so sorry. They'll be like, oh yeah, here's your Ontario voice, eh? Bunch of hosers, eh?
Yeah.
So that about nobody talks like that.
That's a Fargo.
No, that's supposedly Ontario. That's the atypical Canadian sound. That's the hoser, as they call it, HOSER, the hoser sound.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Accent.
There you go. Sound. There you go.
You learn something new every day.
Like that.
They'll be drinking out of Timmy Hortons. A product placement plug there. We're not sponsored by them, but we'd like to be.
Yes, I thought that all Canadians spoke like that until I met a few.
Until you actually spoke to a Canadian.
A boat, and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, nobody talks like that.
Stick another shrimp in the barbie? Well,
that's Australian, and they don't say shrimp either. They say prawn.
Do they?
Yeah. That's a common misconception. It was because it was that is a fact. It was because it was a Paul Hogan come to Australia American commercial, and that's where the throw another shrimp in a barbie comes from, is because the Americans call them shrimps, not Australians. But they had to say shrimp. It's like last night when I was talking about a bag of Lay's, and you said, what about a bag of crisps? And I went, that is a bag of, because Lay's are potato chips crisps over here.
I know. Aye.
See, it's just a different vernacular. No, it's Teos.
They're Irish crisps.
No, Lay's. Lay's is a Lay's bought Walkers.
Right. If you came here thinking you were going to get some science fiction, geek chat, we're talking crisps.
I told the entire reason why we have this podcast is because it's that conversation of those two drunk guys at the end of the night that you're eavesdropping in on the train home.
They don't have to be drunk.
That's the point. I'm just saying that you don't have to be drunk, but the two guys having a conversation don't necessarily have to be drunk either. Anyway, they don't know anything about anything, and they're having a conversation about stuff, and they're trying to put the world to right. That's basically the premise of this podcast. If you were wondering, dear listener, viewer, whoever you are, that's fine.
Yeah.
So you've been snowball fighting. Well, not snowball fighting because that would be bad. But you've been laser sword fighting.
Laser swords
at the ready.
George.
Did you do the old Master Skywalker? What should we do now? Did you do that?
No, I should have done to Danny.
Jeez,
that would have been good.
That's day one. That's day one.
Yep. just to put the fear of God in him.
Which is actually what happened.
I didn't. The only thing I didn't see was the saber getting ignited.
It looked good though. Can I show that? Can I show the viewers the viewers?
Yeah.
If you're watching this on the podcast, then I apologize, but if you're watching this on the podcast, I'm going to show you a picture. I'm going to throw a picture up.
Get on the YouTube. Get on our YouTube to watch. See what you.
So this is Jodie, and I swear there's a little aberration in here, and it looks like you're wearing a cape. So it really does sell it. There's Jedi Master Jodie, Jedi Kelly there with his,
the elder statesman of the
he's got the gloves on and everything as well.
That's actually quite convincing, isn't it?
It is. I saw it. I was like, that's really good. Where's the one? There's Danny's.
There's Danny's lightsaber painted.
And there's this one here, which I thought was the classic Luke Skywalker pose.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going for that.
Good for the slightly overweight Luke Skywalker.
The half pooping Luke Skywalker pose.
Ate too many.
And this one was good as well.
Oh, it's like double lightsaber there almost.
It does, yeah. And the last one looks like a double lightsaber as well.
Yeah, that's my Maul moment, I would say.
Yeah, that's the the one where Kylo Ren goes like that. He does that kind of like jerkish motion like that. He goes. It's like he's punching on.
There was a video as well of me and James having a fight. Not a scrap, as in a lightsaber.
Having a lightsaber
fight.
Having a barn in the park.
No, I can't send you.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll need to edit sound out and stuff like that. You're probably going, hey!
Well, at first I thought everyone was taking a photograph, so we're just like that.
Oh, right, okay.
But she was taking a video.
Did you do the General Grievous? I've learned your Jedi ways!
Well, James can do the old twirly thing.
Oh, can he? Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we're wearing gloves and stuff, so we're, we're it was good times.
Good times. Good times, bad times. Good times, bad times.
So, what about you? You've been
I don't have a lightsaber.
We saw each other last night, obviously.
We did, yeah.
Pub.
We had a socially distant pub thing. We were all sitting at our houses on a Zoom call. I was here in Canada. Bar. Everybody else is in the west coast of Scotland. Oh no, Neil's not in the west coast of Scotland. He's east coast. We're all kicking about in Scotland and Canada, and we had a couple of beers last night, a couple of sherbets. It was good times.
It was good, actually. It was
good chat.
Good laugh.
This is our second night of talking.
And tomorrow will be our third.
WandaVision tomorrow. Choose you maybe talk about just now.
Might as well.
Should we So
yeah, let's go WandaVision. Thoughts?
The jokes are.
I know that.
Sorry, there you go.
Well, I know that you kind of touched on it yesterday. I think what you're going to say is that the running joke of it being an old TV show is wearing thin a wee bit now. Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Is that what you're going to say?
That's what I thought from it.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it, but I'm thinking to myself, please, the fourth episode, let's cut to the chase a little bit.
Yeah.
Please,
Also, the jokes are tiring now.
Because they're old-fashioned jokes.
Because they're old-fashioned jokes, and I mean they're doing an okay job delivering them, but it's kind of like, yeah, okay. I'm kind of over the whole premise of it they've got now. It's like I just want them to get to the. I don't want to get to. I know it's the fighty bit, but I just want them to be do a bit more reveal and how do you get out of this kind of thing. Yeah,
the tease for me comes too late in that episode. I think.
Yeah,
I know there was a little tiny bit, but in the main, that episode is a fairly straight 1970s TV show.
Yeah,
which is done really well. True. Don't get me wrong. God, especially the titles. The titles particularly were very good. I thought at the beginning, particularly good.
Yeah,
and it's very, very well done. But want there to be. I want there to get to the.
It's not hooking me. Like every week, I had that end of the week. Okay, this is my Friday. Like, so I get to this is my prize at the end of the Friday, is I get to watch The Mandalorian. You know, we order pizza, we make a wee day of it. And the thing I'm looking forward to most now on a Friday is the new episode of Superstore.
Ooh, that's bad.
That is bad, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not that Superstore is a bad show, because clearly it's not. But it's bad the fact that it's like I've been waiting for this WandaVision for so long, and now it's finally here, and I'm like, I don't. The other thing as well is and I think I said this last time. I think maybe one of them. I definitely said it in one of our shows. Go back and watch all our shows. But I'm invested in The Mandalorian because I've had like 40 odd years of Star Wars history built up inside my head. And I know I don't know everything about Star Wars, but I know a lot about Star Wars. And I don't know that much about Marvel. And maybe that's what's kind of losing me in it, because I don't know the backstory of Wanda and Vision.
I think what it is, it's the expectancy of the movies as well. You know, you're maybe thinking, you know, although I do like what they're doing with it, but I just hope it doesn't carry on this way. That's all.
Yeah. Like I admire them for being bold and trying something new. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm tuning in every week. I'm just it's not my prime reason to look forward to a Friday. And I think they need a show like that. Like, I'm really looking forward. Like, I hope that Loki is not going to be the same as WandaVision.
No, it wouldn't be,
because I'm hoping that the just because of the sheer mischievousness of the Loki character, it's going to be like a more involved show from day one. It's going to be like kind of It's going to be his Ragnarok.
From what I've seen of it, it looks a lot of fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It looks a lot of fun. And I kind of thought that would be the same thing with WandaVision, but I'm 3 episodes in, and I'm tired of the shtick of the it's set in the 50s, it's set in the 60s, it's set in the early 70s. It's like, all right, we'll get to the point where they have to kill the bad guy.
But it could be that you know, we're only 3 episodes in. You know, it could be we look back in this and go,
it's a third of the way. I mean, it's the first act,
and then
the movie.
Yeah, and also it could be the fact that we look back on it and, you know, we watch it. There's an episode that will change everything, and we'll go, God, we'll need to look back at those episodes and go, you know, look at them in a completely different light.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
that's a good point.
You know? So you don't know until the full thing's done.
Yeah,
but I'm still enjoying it. You know, I'm still in.
I mean, I'm tuning in every week. I mean, it's
and we're watching it as a family as well. So.
Yeah, and it's something we do as well as a family. So it's that in Superstore, but that's a good thing, and I think Disney should be happy that they've produced something that people want to watch every week. Yeah. I'm just not convinced that it would get a glimpse of it towards the end. In the end of the third episode, where poor Geraldine gets basically knocked into the next town. That was an interesting end to the episode.
Well, the thing about that is she's getting knocked out of that facade, which I think people have been maybe surmising that it could be like a compound that's keeping her there, so that her powers can't escape or something. You know, something.
Keep her contained.
Jean Grey. Jean Grey. So, you know, in X-Men, her powers get out of control.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something to do with that they're trying to control her mind. You know, how she controls other people's minds. Could be something like that, you know, and that's why they've got this scenario that's playing in her head or whatever.
And New Rockstars was talking about it, and he was saying that he looked up the area code for it, and it's a New Jersey area code, one of the phone numbers,
right.
And that's right beside the base where Captain America got his power. So I mean, there's a military base. There's a military base. That's part of it, and that's why that it's being there, because it's taken over by Shield, which is now Hydra.
Yep.
So I mean, it all kind of ties in there. And there was another reference to Hydra as well. It was like hydroxinone or something soap. That was the product placement in the middle of the program.
Yep.
And I like those adverts. I like the kind of hint that there's something
too.
else happening as well. I mean, it feels substantial. It doesn't feel like it's like they've thrown a couple of quid at it. It feels like they've actually spent money on it. Like, it's a new set every week. Like the last time they were in a different house. This week they're in a 1970s set. So all the set around them was like paper, like canvas that somebody painted on, which I thought was a really nice touch, because that's what the 70s were. Was just like, here's a soundstage, put a canvas up to pretend there's a bigger world out there. And then you've got like their place, and then you get the neighbor's fence, and then that's it. It's the same thing they did with like, what's his face? Tim the Toolman Taylor, Home Improvement, where it was just like, the fence, and then it was a bit of the neighbor's house, and that was all you saw.
Yeah.
Their back garden. So
we'll see what episode 4.
See what it brings.
Should be in.
Opens up.
Keep me intrigued, though.
It is, yeah.
Definitely.
So, what else you been watching? It's new.
I did have my list there. I've lost it again. I started watching that. That is, that's what I tell you. I started watching that Superstore, which me and Evelyn have started watching, and I think we're only a few episodes in, 3 or 4 episodes in, which is quite pleasant. Aye. It's not blowing me away or anything like that, but yeah, it's pleasant enough to watch. I think we're going to carry on with that.
Did you recognise the manager? Glenn Sturgis. Hi, my name's Glenn Sturgis. Did you recognise the manager?
It sounds like Fuzzy Bear.
No, it's not Fuzzy Bear.
Kermit?
No.
I was thinking.
He was one of the kids of the hall.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Is that Canadian, that show?
Yeah, he's Canadian. And so is Gina as well. Is the assistant manager.
Right.
So
yeah. I quite enjoyed it. The guy looks very like Chachi, doesn't he?
Yes, and it is mentioned a couple of times in the show.
Scott Baio.
Yeah,
looks very like him.
Yeah, there's a couple of times it's mentioned.
From Happy Days.
Yeah, he really does. Yeah, he was in Drop Dead Diva. He played the Guardian Angel in that show. And he was in. Did you ever watch Silicon Valley?
No.
Oh. Okay. He was the lawyer in Silicon Valley.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he was really good in Silicon Valley as well. Plays a completely different character to this one.
Right. Yeah, pretty good. We've been watching a thing called The Serpent on BBC One. BBC do really good dramas, I think.
They do.
And The Serpent.
Did they do the Stranger?
Yeah, they did.
Oh,
wait a minute. No, wait a minute. The Stranger, that was Netflix.
That was on Netflix.
Aye, but I think that was a Netflix show. The Stranger.
Oh, was it?
Aye.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was straight from Netflix.
British TV series premiered on Netflix.
Jennifer.
Hannah John Kamen, Siobhan Finneran, Richard Armitage. Yeah, Jennifer Saunders was in it. Yeah.
It's the first serious role she's ever done.
Is it?
Jennifer Saunders, aye.
Are you sure?
Well, she was in Shrek 2.
Yeah, she is. She plays the godmother.
Yeah, fairy godmother.
Prince Charles' mum. Yep. She's married to a First Order officer.
Yes. Do you know? I wish they'd kept. That was one of the good bits about that. Was Air Edmondson being a First Order officer?
Yeah.
And
that was the only good bit in the entire movie.
And Last Jedi.
Didn't like the bit in Canto Bight, no.
Let's not.
Shall we move on?
Yeah, I think so. I always get pulled in by these crime things on Netflix, and you'll never guess what, Sloan. First shot was a
drone shot going over
a drone shot.
High level forest with no leaves in it.
Yeah.
Did it have snow on the ground as well? Bonus points if it's snow on the ground. Snow on the ground.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Killer season 2 apparently. Didn't realise it was a season 1.
Okay.
Which I watched one episode and I was like, okay. It's kind of talking heads, cheap television.
All right, okay. Yeah, they have. There's a true crime network over here, and that's what they do. And they just bring these people in. They show them. They clearly show them like, oh, this is what happened, and then they talk around that.
Yeah.
It's like no one can be that knowledgeable about all these crimes that have happened.
Yeah, but it was. Do you know what it was? It was a female, and she'd killed this guy who she'd known for like 2 months with her bare hands, and her alibi was basically she said that he had asked her because he was depressed and they were both drinking and on drugs and stuff, and he'd asked her, "Please, can you please kill me?" Right? Because my life's crap and stuff, and then. That was her alibi, right? So she was getting interviewed by the police officer, and he's like, the guy's like, the officer's like, come on, there's more. And she's like, I just really wanted to feel what it felt like to kill somebody with my bare hands. Oh, oops. She didn't say oops, but she get that played back to her because this was like 20, 12 years on or something. And she get that played back to her. And what do you think of this? And she's like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Like,
I'm so embarrassed. So embarrassed. I can't believe you killed that guy. Oh dear.
The
worst crime in the world.
And see the guy's mother. She's like one of these, kumbaya, happy clappy, religious types. And she's completely forgiven her. And they go and visit her as if she's like a daughter and stuff. And I'm like, what? Shouting at the telly.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Bye. Keep it down. I'm watching a crime drama again. It's annoying me.
Turn it down and by it, I mean you.
Yeah. I don't think I'll watch many more of them.
I started watching that Night Stalker thing.
Oh yeah, I've watched the whole thing.
I got one and a bit episodes in, and I went, I can't listen to this. The list of
how many
this guy.
How many drone shots did you get in?
I think it was 2. I don't think there was that many drone shots. There was a lot of like archive footage that kind of set the scene. It was just honestly, it was sickening, like what this guy was doing. And I couldn't listen to it anymore.
I know.
I was like, I'm done. I don't mind the staircase. That was a great wee kind of thriller, didn't he kind of thing. But this was just this litany of evil, and I'm like, I don't want to listen to this. So I'm done. I'm 1 and a bit episodes in. I'm like, I don't want to listen to this guy anymore. In fact, we shouldn't give this guy any more time.
I know.
Anyway.
Well, I'll spoil the ending for you then.
They capture him, I'm assuming.
They did capture him, and he died of natural causes in prison.
Oh, that's nice.
They didn't even get to give him the
old club.
Yeah. No, they didn't get to do that. I think he spent 2 decades in prison in death row. There must be a hell of a waiting list in death row.
Must be. Well, I think you've got to appeal, and then you can appeal again, and then there's like a third appeal. There's like due process they got to go through. It's not just as easy as like off you go.
If you were in death row, right, what would you choose for your last meal?
Well, first of all, I'm not going to kill anyone, so
no, but just hypothetically.
Oh, hypothetically, what would I choose for my last meal? Do you get to choose your last meal?
Yeah, that's one of the things. Yeah, you get
that's
to
one of the perks.
Aye. What would you choose?
What would I choose?
You don't know this.
What would I choose for my last meal? I didn't think they still did it though. Last meal things. I thought it was like, here's your gruel.
You'd have to choose something fancy, wouldn't you? You couldn't just choose pie, beans, and chips.
I could go with pie, beans, and chips.
Would you go pie, beans, and chips with gravy?
I might do that tomorrow night actually, because it's Burns tomorrow night. Pie, beans, and chips sounds quite Scottish.
Pie, beans, and chips isn't what you have for Burns night.
What is what I have for Burns night?
You have haggis, neeps, and
tatties. I don't like haggis. The neeps and the tatties, that's fine, but I don't like haggis. What would I have for my last meal?
We're having the full thing. We'll get drambuie as well, so we might have a wee drambuie.
I could get them in a technicality. Bottomless shrimp.
Would you call me?
Bottomless shrimp.
Is that like all you can eat buffet?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I'd get a nice steak probably.
Steak.
A nice fillet, 10-ouncer.
I think I'd
all the trimmings.
I think I'd maybe have maybe a roast beef dinner.
Roast beef, Yorkshire pudding.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Peas, gravy,
carrots.
No peas.
Cauliflower cheese. Do you like that?
No. It's too squeaky.
It's nice.
Don't like it. It squeaks.
Under the grill.
Looks at brains. Although I did have buffalo cauliflower, and it was lovely.
Well, what's that again?
It's basically so you had a buffalo chicken.
Yeah.
It's chicken in a really strong sauce, like hot sauce. Well, it's cauliflower, which has been fried, and it's then rubbed in this buffalo sauce. It was nice.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Really? Cauliflower? That sounds quite healthy.
Yeah, it was nice.
The sauce probably isn't that healthy. But...
No, I wouldn't have thought. No. I mean,
I never realised that until I started eating it or going to Subways. That the sauce is one of the highest calorie parts of the.
That and the foam mattress you're eating around for the bread.
Yeah, that as well. Anyway, so the next thing, I was on a bit of a roll here with.
Bit of a roll, nice segue.
So I went. So then I went to Inside World's Toughest Prisons season 5, South Africa. Geez, I would not want to go there. By the way, but, you know, if you got a choice, which you probably wouldn't.
No, probably not.
Dude, this guy from England, who'd been in prison for a crime he didn't commit.
Okay.
Prisons are 12 years, I think. And then yeah. And so he's going around all these prisons to be an inmate for like a week or something, man. Boy, did he pick the wrong one to go to. Netflix.
Oh, right. Da-dong.
So you get put in with these, I think there's like 10 to a cell or something. And they immediately intimidated him, took his trainers off him straight away.
What?
I don't know if it's like set up right. What would you normally do for a prisoner to come in? Because they're all set up in gangs. It's the 26, the 27, and 28 gang or something, right? And they're all kind of chummy when they're inside.
Yeah.
Because they've got to be. But see, once they get out, if they ever get released, they would kill each other. They would be total enemies, but inside they've got to work together, be together, be bad together.
So what gang
was actually pretty good?
Pistorius in then?
What's that?
So what gang was Oscar Pistorius in?
Well, he wasn't there. Oh God, I don't imagine he's in that prison.
It's in a nice
sure.
federal prison.
I'm not sure where in South Africa the prison was. It's the Number Gang prison. It's called. Good watch. Enjoyed it actually. It's good. Been doing a bit more Office. I was talking to. In fact, sorry, I was off on a tangent there. I was talking about that BBC Serpent thing.
Yeah.
That was very good. It's about this kind of con man guy who pretends he's like a set in the 80s or early 80s, and he pretends he's like a gem. It basically cons people out of like gems and money, and he's like, I've done people left, right, and centre, and getting away with it. And then he's got all these kind of hippies. It's he's in Bangkok, I think. It's set in Bangkok, and he's got this. He's drugged the owners of this hotel. He's basically taken it over, and he's got all these backpackers there, and he's like drugging them as well, and making them ill, and but giving them medicine to make them better.
Right.
Crazy bonkers, man. It's based on a true story.
Really?
Very good. Very good. I don't know if you'll get it over. It'll probably go to Netflix at some point. Then we have been watching. That's probably about it. I watched a few comedy things, and Into the Spider-Verse again was in the house. Yeah. Yeah, very good. Can you get that
one on Netflix?
Oh, it's on Netflix. Canada.
Well, I mean, it might not be. Yeah, let me check. Apologize if this kicks off. And there you go. No.
It will come to Netflix.
I'm assuming it will. I mean, if it's on Netflix, wherever it is, then
a lot of these BBC things do.
Yeah, they do.
And the movie night was Speed with Keanu, which I didn't realise it was quite so sweary. The kids, then I suppose he's heard most words now. So he was like, "I'm okay with it. I'm okay." You know. Jay watched it as well because he's heavy into his public transport, and that ticked all the boxes for him.
It did.
Starts off in an elevator, which he used to love when he was wee. Then it moves on to a bus, obviously, and then they end up in an airport, and then they end up down in an underground station. So it's like, Jay, this must be your best movie of all time.
Is it Washington it's set?
Oh, now you're asking.
Is it Los Angeles?
No, it's LA. It's LA.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Silly.
LA, the place to be.
That's it.
City of Angles.
That's it. So, over to you.
Over to me. Okay. Well, like I said, I started watching Night Stalker. Finished after I think it was 10 minutes into episode 2, and I'm like,
I'm
done. 2? Episode 2, yeah. I'm like, that's me. I'm done.
All right.
Can't do this anymore. So I gave up on it. I'm not doing it.
Not doing it.
Watched WandaVision. Obviously, we watched Age of Ultron this week.
Yeah, did you notice that came up straight after WandaVision?
Yeah,
that was the
here's what you should watch next.
Aye.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we watched it next because clearly it's like, well, this is Wanda and Vision's introduction to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Is Age of Ultron. So I watched it again. It's a thoroughly enjoyable little movie.
That was a
Age
great
of
movie.
Ultron.
Love that one.
It's good. I mean, it introduces everybody. It there's a little kind of nod. There's like a fourth wall, not a fourth wall break, but there's a bit in it where they go to Hawkeye's house in the middle of nowhere, and he's got a family. And Tony says, "Oh, hi, we literally didn't know you existed." because it's like up until that point it was like we need to find a way to not have Nat and Hawkeye become a couple. And it was like he's got a family. There you go.
Yeah.
So that was good. And everybody was good in it. It's a great cast.
Is that got a Hulkbuster in it? Is that one?
Yes, that's the go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. I'm sorry.
And then I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I had to rewind that bit 10 times the first time we watched it because Danny found it so funny.
It's hilarious. I love it as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Brilliant.
So good.
I love it.
There's a lot of good funny lines in it. Anyway, it was really good. And that was pretty much it. I'm actually, so I have this. This is this thing here.
Yeah.
So this is the
your project.
Let me just zoom in a wee bit. Zoom in here. Sorry, Jody.
Right.
Oh no, I can make everybody smaller. There you go. I can make me slightly bigger. That's better. There you go.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Jody. So this is the original troop transporter, and you can see that it's got slightly broken here, and then this bit here is missing. The radar is missing. It's because it's been well played. It's been pre-loved, I think. It was. We call this thing, and then the battery is gone.
Thing.
So I had a go at recreating. I went online and I tried to find pictures of this. Do you know how many pictures there are of this on the internet? There are thousands of it.
Really?
By the way, a fully mint one of these is like $200.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not. This is not worth $200. Lucky if you're worth it. It's 25 in the current state. Anyway, so I found a battery compartment. I know
that's cool.
This is a great video here. So I got this picture up here, and I thought, okay, I'll have a crack at doing it in Blender. So I made it in Blender. I don't know if you can see this, but I made this.
You made it?
I recreated it, just a sort of basic one. I don't have the greeblies and stuff like that on there. It's just just flat there. But I made that in Blender, and then 3D printed it on my printer over there, which was an adventure in itself because it started making this ka-dunk, 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 ka-dunk noise. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be a nightmare because I hate fixing printer problems. I don't like printer problems. I'm like, this is gonna be worse because it's another dimension. It's 3D.
Yeah.
So I went online and it was like, oh, you need to clean your printer head and you need to do this, that, and the next thing. So I did all those things and it still made the ka-dunk, ka-dunk, ka-dunk noise. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this? So I went up to the extruder and which is the bit where the filament comes in. Well, yeah, the extruder feed. And I'm trying to push it through and it's not moving. And then at that point I noticed that the filament has wrapped itself around one of the gears and is just coming straight out of the thing. It doesn't go through the wire, the cable. And I'm like, oh, that's your problem there. So I pull it out, pull everything out, clean the nozzle again, do everything else, put it back in together. It works perfectly now. So it was just like this thing. So the disaster averted. So I got this test print out. It is exactly, and I didn't know this, but the printer overprints by by 1 mil in every dimension. So I have to compensate for that. So I think it's just the way that it fits. So it doesn't fit basically. But now I know though. So it's good. So it's all good. I can compensate for that in the 3D, so I can just reshape it a little bit. But
so you'll be able to put the wee bits
the radar
on the top as well, won't you?
Yeah, the radar.
No. On that battery thing, there was little kind of
these buttons,
bumps and no. The battery thing that you just
yes, yeah. Sorry.
Aye.
These
so
things.
You'll be able to model them on. Aye. So you'll be able to put them on as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, well,
definitely.
See, that's the thing is, I'm doing this and I'm remeasuring it, and I'm like, I'm not entirely sure if this is gonna fit or not. So I'm gonna print this out as a test print. So this is like a really crap test print. I think if I used it finer, it'd be better. But I was looking at because I don't actually physically have one of these things. I don't know how it fits onto it, and that is the best picture I've got, which is not the best picture. So I'm just guessing at measurements. So I did a quick print to make sure it was okay, but the lip there's fine, the raised bit there's fine. So I just need to kind of tweak the width and the width and the length, basically. Everything else seems to be okay, and then bevel it and do all the kind of stuff to it. But yeah, I'll have a proper battery cover for it, which is awesome, and it means I can do this temporarily. And then I'll get red PLA, and then I'll print it, and it'll be a red cover like the other one.
And show us it all.
And I'll show it. Yeah, I'll show it as I'll put it on the channel on Facebook and stuff as well as I'm doing it. The radar though will be really easy.
Right. What about the doors though? Because the doors are missing.
So the doors are
missing. The bloody doors off.
So I looked to see if you could get them on eBay, and they were selling them for like $20 a piece, and I'm like, really? I think I should be able to print them out as well.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You need to model them up, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Which will be a bit trickier than
a bit trickier, yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah, a little bit, wee bit. Yeah, but I also have plans as well. Like the voice box in here is not. It's one of those Palatoy Kenner voice box things. Yeah. So I took it all apart and painstakingly put it back together again, which is why it was entirely in bits, because I need to actually take it all off and clean it up and all that kind of stuff as well. But I took the voice box out as well. I had a look inside it because there's enough access. I didn't take that apart. And I looked inside, and there's a little rubber band which is in bits inside the mechanism. So I need to get a rubber band for that for it to work. But it's completely separated from the motor.
You need to get a wee video going in this.
Yeah.
Sounds like cool stuff.
Yeah. So I'll do that.
I'd watch it.
Would you watch it? Let us know in the comments below. So yeah, that's what I was doing this week.
Excellent.
Shall we talk news?
Yes.
Sad news. We've had three people passing this week.
Yes.
Mira Furlan, who played Ambassador Delenn on Babylon 5, which I watched the first season, maybe 2 seasons of. It was okay, but she was great in it. And she died from complications of West Nile disease.
What's that?
I don't know. I think it's mosquito bites or something, isn't it? I think.
West Nile disease?
West Nile disease, yeah. I'm not sure what it is. West Nile disease. West Nile virus. West Nile virus is the leading cause of mosquito-borne disease in the continental United States. It's most commonly spread by people by the bite of an infected mosquito. Cases of West Nile virus occur during mosquito season, which starts in summer. Wait a minute, we've got mosquitoes. I thought Lyme disease is another one that we're prone to up here. You can reduce your risk of West Nile virus by using insect repellent and wearing long sleeve shirts and long pants to prevent mosquito bites. So anyway, so she passed away from that. Remy Julien, who was the stunt driver, and we used to watch his documentaries when we were kids. Yeah, and it was like Remy Julien.
God, man, that was a blast from the past. That name.
I know. He passed away as well. He also did the light stunts action spectacular thing at Disneyland Paris. He was the guy behind that, and he brought it to Disney World. So he passed away as well, complications because of COVID-19. And Larry King died at the age of 87. I think he died of cancer, though.
They said it was COVID.
Was it COVID?
That was COVID as well. Yeah.
I don't know if it just says he passed away. Yeah, it just says he passed away. Oh no, sorry. News comes just weeks after King was reportedly hospitalized after contracting novel coronavirus. Okay, so I apologize. I thought I sure already had cancer. Okay, well, I apologize. It was COVID as well. So yeah, that was another sad week, another January, where
grim.
Another grim January, yeah. In other news, Bond, the name is Bond, James Bond. No time to release. That's getting pushed back again till October. So is that a full year then? No, more than a full year, because it was May, I think, last year.
It was May, so it's not a full year yet.
But it'll be more than a full year before it gets released.
Once it's because it's October. I think it's now pushed to. They're determined for that to be a cinema release, aren't they?
Yep.
I had noticed that Free Guy is going to be released in May.
Yeah, I noticed that
according to a list that I saw from Disney.
Yeah,
I think May is optimistic.
It's ambitious. The same as the Dragon one as well.
Yeah, the cartoon as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's coming out in March.
In March?
Yeah. Maybe release.
I meant to share that list with you actually. So
I got it.
I was thinking.
Got you, fan. I got you.
Can you show us it?
Yeah. Share screen.
Sure.
Share the screen.
Sure, dude.
Upcoming movies. Nomadland. Frances McDormand.
That's just Disney movies, though.
This is just Disney movies, yeah. So this is coming out on January 29th. Flora and Ulysses is coming out February 19th. Raya and the Last Dragon, starring the excellent Awkwafina, March 5th, which I think is ambitious. I mean,
wait a minute,
given the fact we're 2 months out, we're not 2 months out. We're a month out from this.
These aren't going to be cinema releases, surely.
Yeah.
I just can't see that happening.
Oh no, hang on a sec. Similar to what Disney did with 2020 Milan, the film will be released. Oh no, in theaters and for subscribers who are willing to pay an extra premiere access on Disney Plus.
Oh, they're doing that again. I'm surprised at that.
There you go. Well, it must have worked.
Don't know if it did.
Well, clearly it did, or else we wouldn't be doing it again. Probably. Lily Allen's husband and Colin Jost's wife are in Black Widow. That's May 7th.
Right.
Does that say it's going to be? It doesn't say. Does not say. Free Guy, which is a 20th Century Fox movie. That's coming May 21st. Film was scheduled to be released December 2020, but was removed from the schedule as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. Maybe this is coming out. And then Cruella's May 28th.
No, I just don't think we'll be in cinemas in May. Certainly not in March.
I mean, I think, I don't know, I think the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings on July 9th, which is the big blockbuster Marvel movie this year, I think that's ambitious. Just given the fact that even if let's say the world reopens in May, I don't think we're back to normal in July. Just logistically, all the things that have got to come into play, and we're starting to wind up the machine again. I think July's
very ambitious.
I think it's ambitious. And then we get Jungle Cruise, which is July 30th. I don't know, man. It feels like an August to me. But anyway. Yeah.
I'm thinking September. I'm thinking 2021's done as well,
Yeah. Oh, The Kingsman has been pushed back as well.
Oh, God. But that must have been done about 2 years ago, that movie.
Yeah, must have been, yeah. And then it goes on to The Beatles Get Back and so on. Death on the Nile. Oh, Death on the Nile.
Yep.
Oh, man, I was looking forward to that movie as well. Darn it.
Dickie Branagh.
I'll tell you something. I enjoyed his remake of Murder on the Orient Express.
Nah, it was quite good. Quite enjoyed it.
I'm looking forward to that one now. So yeah, kind of it's gonna be grim view. I think we're gonna have to get used to using the projectors. To be honest,
Aye.
this year.
For those of us lucky enough to have one.
Somebody posted up a shower thought. So there's a subreddit called Shower Thoughts, and it was snow days are going to be a thing of the past because of Zoom. So in Canada, if it snows too much, they cancel schools. But of course, in the future, they don't need to cancel schools. They just say, oh, it's a Zoom day. So you stay at home and you have to go to school.
Of course.
Because everybody's got the equipment now. It's like we're all geared up to do that. So there's no excuse to have a snow day now.
So you can just
womp womp.
Yeah.
Sam used to love snow days.
Well, she's out of school now anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so yeah. Anyway, do you want to show the lucky people the one that you saw? Let me just
which one? Which one?
The trailer that you sent me.
Oh yes, the old Godzilla versus King Kong. Did you watch it?
Where was it? I did. Yeah. Do you want me to share the screen?
Yeah.
And we'll share the audio, and we'll get shouted at because it's a Warner Brothers movie. The last time we did this.
Well, don't share the audio then.
I know, but the last time we did it, we get. Oh, okay. I suppose I can turn it off. I don't know how to make it.
Bloody.
What the hell? I'll just play it. See what they say.
Oh, no. I mean, I love it. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it does look good.
It looks good. I love how movies look these days. They're just so realistic.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Fantastic. It does look good. I'm still waiting for a sequel to Rampage. I thought that was a good movie.
That was a good movie. That was. I think you'll probably see one.
Yeah, I mean, it made blockbusters at the movies at the theaters. I'm pretty sure it did anyway. I mean, they made enough money to make a sequel, like to warrant a sequel.
Yeah, it definitely did, and The Rock's obviously a big draw, as well.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about controversy?
Yes, this is an odd one.
This is an odd one. Can we share my screen again? So this is
Gina Carano.
Whoa! Stop sharing. What happened there?
Oh.
What happened? What did happen there? Share screen.
A glitch in the Matrix.
What was it? Glitch in the Matrix. Application share. Okay.
So yeah, this poster we're looking at here is artwork that's been officially made for Lucasfilm Mandalorian. Now, Gina Carano.
We should Karano, but we should explain though that it depicts the Mandalorian and the child dead center, and to the Mandalorian's right is the light side of the Force, and to his left-hand side is the dark side of the Force, which is quite important for this next bit. But interestingly,
well, not necessarily
sand people,
goodies and baddies, because I suppose right enough.
The sand people are on that side, and the Jawas are on that side, which is kind of weird. But okay, that aside,
that's a bit weird.
This is them proving it, and also the contrails don't make any sense from the TIE fighters' point of view because their engines are at the back, not underneath them, whereas the X-wings are going straight up, and that does make sense. But anyway, let's not.
This is not why we're looking at this.
We're here now. But it's supposed to represent the light side and the dark side, and then bang slap in the center because we still don't know if they're good or bad. That kind of they walk that line. I think that's.
Can I just say one thing? Can I say something here, though? See the background. Right, this is nothing to do with what we're talking about either. But the background, to me, the characters look painted, but the foreground that looks photoshopped, like a photograph. This has been slapped down the middle. Anyway.
Okay.
The controversy is the fact that Gina
Carano
has been omitted from this poster and replaced by Ahsoka. And the reason why is because she sent she uploaded a tweet that was a pro. She basically supported the Capitol building riot.
There's other things that she said, other things, and she's done other things over the last year that people aren't happy about because she's a Republican. She has conservative viewpoints that people might not necessarily agree with. So it's a difference of opinion. Now,
yeah, but basically, the story is though that Kathleen Kennedy has said remove her from that poster and replace her with Ahsoka.
So, yeah, somebody told him to do it. The artist. But do we know for sure it was Kathleen Kennedy?
Well, no, but what does this mean for the character now in the future? Well, is she out of Mando 3?
Let me just bring this up here.
Is she going to be recast? Is she out of favour completely?
What does it mean? There was this one here. Where are we? No, wrong one. I clicked the wrong thing. Well, that was just silly. This one here. This is from We Got This Covered. So apparently Disney is reportedly cancelling plans for Gina Carano's Mandalorian spin-off. So this is the Rangers of the New Republic, which was going to be her and someone else. I don't know who it was going to be, but apparently they're going to cancel that now, or they're going to recast Gina's Cara Dune character to someone else. I don't know if this is going to happen or not because it's all conjecture at this point. But it's because that she sent out tweets like this one here, which is blue, a sea of blue and one red flower in the middle, a tulip, which some people have said this is her saying that she's a conservative amongst a sea of Democrats. This tweet here, which people have taken offense to, and other tweets as well. Like she, if you go to Pascal is Punk, I think is Pedro Pascal's one. He has the pronouns that he wants to use after his name. Gina apparently refused to put that, and then she did a very childish thing. She then put up something else other than that at the end of her name. And people took that offense to that, and then that's when really the kind of cancel Cara Dune movement came up.
But he's shown support. He's shown support to her.
Yeah, he has.
He put a wee cartoon drawing of her giving him a hug. Sorry, him giving her a hug.
Yeah,
as well. So I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on either.
It's a bit crazy.
Yeah.
But is she in or is she out? What's happening?
I totally thought I was going to sneeze there. Sorry.
We don't know.
Anyway, I don't know either.
But it's a weird one. The fact she's been airbrushed out that poster.
Yeah, there's a lot of headlines there saying reportedly cancel plans for Mando's spinoff. I think it'd be a great shame to cancel that character. I would think it'd be a great shame to cancel Gina Carano because I think she does a great job in that role, and I wish people would. Yeah. It's not like a Bill Cosby thing or a Rolf Harris thing. It's a difference of opinion on the Twitterverse, and we'll probably get pelters for that as well because
it's not a difference of opinion. It's supporting a riot.
Well, okay, yeah, that's not good, but that's not a good thing.
That's not cool
to support that, but the previous post that she put up was most definitely a difference of opinion on, like, the other ones throughout last year.
She's putting political stuff up.
That's her political viewpoints, and so what? It's like, I mean, it's maybe you shouldn't keep. Maybe you should keep politics to yourself. Maybe she thinks that she has a platform that she can do this on. Who knows? I think the riot thing was ill thought out. But the rest of the stuff.
I think if you're on Disney, they don't like that. Same as Nintendo don't like things like that either.
No, they don't. So they don't like controversy because people walk with their wallets. That's what happens. Is that they take they walk and they take their wallets with them, and they they don't want to support you anymore. It's how you get rid of people. It's I'm going to stop sharing just now. You get their advertisers, and you say, "I'm not going to support your product unless you stop supporting this person." And then they lose all their advertising, and then they can't continue the show because, that's it. They're done because they get no income. So, luckily, we don't have any advertisers.
Anyway, there you go. Controversy.
Anyway, bit of controversy. Please don't cancel Cara Dune. She's a good character.
It's funny how a tweet can ruin your career completely.
Absolutely, yeah. Which is why you have to be careful what you say on the internet because it does last a very, very long time.
Tread lightly. It's there forever.
And I think there's a lot of people in general have a lot of controversial opinions, whatever those things are. And sometimes you should just think to yourself before you post, maybe the world doesn't need to know.
I think I'll keep that to myself.
Maybe I should just keep that to myself. Not every. There was a post up on I like browsing Reddit. I'm sorry, I know people hate Reddit, but I quite find it. I find some of it quite funny, like the meme section, and it says, "Did you know that it is not a federal crime to not post on Facebook that you're going on an airplane?" Which I thought was funny. I know there's a lot of knots in there, but it was basically saying that you don't need to post every time you go on an airplane. You don't need to tell people what you're doing on Facebook.
Yeah,
and I do that as like Twitter for me is a news feed. I very rarely post things to Twitter. The most social media things that I do is I talk to you every Sunday.
Exactly.
That's it. And all we do is report the news.
Well, no, we don't. We just
there's a bit of opinion in there, I suppose. Me saying we shouldn't cancel Cara Dune.
Don't cancel her.
Don't cancel.
I just bought her figure.
Exactly. Well, it could be rare. There you go. It could be worth a fortune. You do want her cancelled.
Or people wouldn't want to buy it because they're offended.
That's right. Well, you just find people aren't. Anyway.
I don't want to sell it anyway. I'm not talking about it.
No, exactly. Keep it forever.
I'm not going to burn that in the garden.
Do I have? I don't think. Do you know what? I don't think I actually have a Cara Dune. I've got a Death Trooper. Oh, I tell you what, I have got. I don't know anymore. She's gone. Sabine Wren.
Oh, nice.
For all you Mandalorian fans out there, yeah. So I think that's. I think we're
Rebels. You mean?
Yes, I do. Rebels. What did I say? Did I say Mandalorian?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. I meant that. Yeah. Well, there you go. Then. Anyway, I think we're good to go.
I think the drugs are wearing off or kicking in for Sloan. I'm not sure.
It's I'm running out of coffee. I know I've got a bucket of coffee here, but I'm running out of coffee. If only Tim Hortons would send me some more. If you like this video, please consider, please help, please clap, smash the like button and share on social media. I know we've been ranting and raving about social media, but it would be nice if you did share on social media, on the Facebook and Twitter and so forth. That would be ace. Instagram. Oh, that'd be good as well. We're on Instagram as well at Super Kelly Bros. Also, consider subscribing, and you'll be given timely notifications if you hit that notification bell of when we throw new videos up. YouTube will work its algos, and you'll get stuff delivered to your inbox, which is very nice. Anyway, Jodie, have you got any kind words to say to listeners, viewers?
I think you've said enough.
I think I have.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you all for watching, and
look out for WandaVision tomorrow.
Look out for WandaVision. Yes, that's a good point. Actually, yeah, 5:00 Eastern Standard Time and 10 p.m. UK time. We will be back with another show. For show. I'll catch you then. Bye-bye.